Hello. Sorry, the zoom scared me. I don't know why this zooms in so much. Can I not? Can't zoom this in. I don't know why it zooms in when I hit record, but it does. Anyway, it is April 5th, and it's like 7:30. I'm winding down. I just took a bath, and just drank some tea. Probably gonna read a book and go to bed soon. So this is going to be part of Insomniac Diaries, but it's more so me trying to cure my insomnia by going to bed nice and early this time. And yeah, I just took a nice hot bath. I'm still kind of sick, as you can tell. Most of my symptoms have gone by now. The headache's gone, the runny nose is gone. Throat's a lot better, even though it still sounds kind of hoarse. I still have a little bit of phlegm in there. It's pretty gross. I cough it up every now and then. And I'm super congested in my nose, so that's why why I sound kind of funny, and my ears keep popping. But really not bad symptoms. So I mean, I'm definitely getting a lot better, and I feel like I'll be better almost entirely by this weekend, which is very good. So yeah, that's the current state I'm in as far as health. I can't wait till I feel better so I can start exercising again and being active. I have a lot of shit to do, and I really want to be able to take care of that instead of having to force myself to rest when I come home after work every day. It's kind of ridiculous. I have to literally force myself to not do anything and rest so I can recover. Otherwise, I would just stay sick or get worse. Anyway, I want to talk about two things, excuse me, that have happened in my life really recently that are more personal. I know last time I've just been talking, the previous videos I've just been kind of rambling about stuff I want to do and about random things I've been reading about and find interesting and stuff like that. But this time I actually want to talk about two things that have occurred recently that have really kind of shook up my life. Very short term, not like long term, like big event thing, but just these are things that I'm going through like right now. Is one, there's the guy that helped me move into this apartment. I did a little bit of work for him, and he turned out to be a really weirdo kind of guy who I personally think is a sociopath because he's really good at manipulating people's emotions. He tried to make me feel guilty for asking for a paycheck after I worked for him, and then he tried to make me feel guilty for not being able to work, even though I told him I wouldn't be able to work the weekend he was asking me to work. He basically just tried to make me feel like shit for just being real with him, just being like, dude, I want my paycheck, and you still have my sunglasses, because I let him borrow my sunglasses. And I was like, I can't work this weekend, I'm sorry, I'm busy. And he was like really upset and tried to make it seem like it was all my fault that he was having trouble, but whatever. Anyway, the point is, that's going on. He still hasn't paid me yet. I need to text him after I record this actually and be like, yo, where's my money? I want my money. You owe me my fucking money. But yeah, I'm not super worried about that because I have two really good pieces of leverage over him, which is, the first one is, I mean, legally he does owe me money. Like, if he doesn't pay me after, I think it's 30 or 45 days, I can file a case in a small claims court and get that money eventually. It would be a pain in the ass, but I would get it. It's only like $150. It's not even like that much. It's like, it's money, you know, like I want it. It's a good solid chunk of money, but it's like, dude, why are you fretting so much over so little in the business world anyway? So there's that, which is like, that's like my ultimatum. I don't want to bring that up, but if the worst comes to worst, that's like the line I can draw in the sand. And the other thing is that after he helped me move, his company is really new. It's a startup, so like reviews are a big deal for him. People leaving reviews for his company online are like a big piece of marketing for him and all that. So anyway, he asked me to leave a Google review. So I left a Google review and a Yelp review for him, and I wrote a really nice thing, and I gave him 5 stars. And if he's just going to keep being a dick, I'm just going to be like, dude, I'll fucking remove that review. Or even worse, I'll write a bad review and I'll bring your rating down and I'll drive people away from your business. You don't want to do this. Like, just fucking give me what you owe me. And he's going to threaten me and be like, oh, you'll never work for me again. And I'll be like, good, I don't want to. You're annoying. So that's going on. It's not that bad. It's just a frustrating thing that I'm just like, oh God, I can't believe I have to deal with this a-hole. But then the other thing is also, I put these both in the same category of just like really annoying, stupid problems that are only affecting me like right now because they just recently occurred in my life, and I'll probably be over them by like next week, hopefully. Anyway, the other thing is that there's this girl that I've been seeing, I guess, since like last September. We met. She and I met. We actually met through Tinder, and she and I, we hooked up, and we became pretty good friends, and we were kind of seeing each other romantically for a little while, and then we both just got really busy. I mean, she works full time and she goes to school full time, and she like lives kind of far away, and she's just like, she's trying to live her own life. I'm trying to live my own life. I work full time. I'm always doing all these weird projects and adventures and stuff like that. So it just was like we got to be really good friends. I mean, she's really smart. I really respect her and think she's a pretty awesome person. She wants to be a lawyer in economics. She wants to be like an economic lawyer, and she's got some pretty big aspirations as far as like she wants to get into politics and like go into fight for like civil rights and stuff like that. But I don't want to get too deep into that. I don't even really know what her actual full like real beliefs are. We've only talked about that a little bit, and I've been like, wow, this girl actually wants to do something meaningful with her life. That's pretty cool. Anyway, so like I respected her for that. Respected her because she's pretty articulate and knowledgeable, and she's just like she just like wasn't like any other girl I had met on Tinder. It's just like, wow, you actually have a brain, and you actually can function and be organized and know how to hold down a job for a long time and get really good grades in school and all that shit. So like I was actually really attracted to like that aspect of her more than I was. I mean, she's cute, but like I just was more interested in her as a person. But anyway, it got to this point where like we weren't really seeing each other as much because we were too busy and yada yada, and I think she might have gotten a little bit annoyed at me because I was like trying to hit her up all the time for a while. But we became like just like friends basically, and she told me like, oh, I don't want to do anything romantic anymore. I don't have time for romance, and I need to just be single, and I need to focus on myself. And I was like, and I get that, and she kept getting sick for a while there because she was working so much and just doing so much. And I was like, I totally get it. Like you can't be in a relationship in the current state of your life. But then what happened is, so we were like that for a while, right? And she was, we were cool, and then for a brief period, like about a month ago, she started coming around again, and she started texting me and being like, hey, and we started having phone calls. Like after work, I'd call her and we talked like an hour, and we started getting like a little closer again, and then she started being like, yeah, let's do this and let's hang out, and I'll come over this night and like spend the night and we can hang out. And it just was like she started making these promises and being like yeah, like kind of like let's actually hang out a little more. And I was like, okay, cool, and I was into it, but none of that stuff ever happened, and it kept getting pushed back, and there kept being problems in her life, and basically she would make these promises and she wouldn't follow up with them. She wouldn't follow through with them, fulfill them. And so then I started getting like, oh, okay, fuck. I was like, all right, so now she's texting me and she wants to hang out, and it's not going to happen, but whatever, I'll humor her. And she was supposed to buy me, she works at Guitar Center, so she was going to buy me a like a MIDI keyboard that I could make music with, and she said that she was going to do that for me like a month and a half ago, and it never happened, and it's just freaking annoying, right? So I'm just like, okay, this girl is just she's just causing drama in my life, and I don't want it. So I started to just text her less and less, and then it got to a point where I was like, all right, I'm done fucking talking to this girl. And like a week went by, and I didn't send anything to her, I didn't talk to her, and then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, she comes back and she was like, hey, I've been talking to this guy from my past, and he came up and we have a history, and we just realized that we really complement each other, and we're like a good, we have a lot to talk about, and I told you I wasn't gonna pursue romance or anything, but I just wanted to let you know this is going on. She sent me this like big, long, like cryptic ass message like that, and she was like, I want to be transparent because I trust you and think you're a really good friend, just all this stuff, right? And I just was like, oh my God, okay. And this was like this week, like when I was still sick and I was at work and I was sick and trying to hold it together. And and then I get this big ass, like, it's just freaking, oh God, it just was like a weird, I don't even know what to call it. But yeah, so that happened this week. And then I tried to like handle it by being like, okay, well, I don't really understand what's going on, and I just want to talk to you so I can, you say you want to be transparent. I want to just talk to you and get some closure because it sounds like you're saying goodbye, but I still want to be friends, so can we just talk? And she was like, yeah, call me at 5, and called her at 5, no answer. Called like once every 15 minutes, and she wasn't picking up. And then I sent her a text and was just like, I don't know what's going on. If you want to call me, call me, but whatever, that's it. And I just left it at that, and I'm just like, I don't have time for this shit. I don't have time for girls. I've really concluded now. I'm just like, I don't have freaking time for girls. I really need to focus on my career. I have too many things going for me that matter way more than just like short-term relationships and drama and bullshit like this. And so I'm just like, fuck it. I'll let her go. She can do whatever she wants. If she wants to go be with this guy, that's fine. She's her thing. And, who knows, is probably not even going to last. And even if it does, and what if they get, even if they, they hang out for a long ass time and they get married and they get, like that's it. And like she commits fully to this person and never talks to me again. I don't give a fuck because I have so much going on with the person I just moved in with and with my own career and with, I'm trying to make videos and I'm traveling. I'm going to all these places this year. I'm trying to go to outside lands this year too. I'm going to record all that shit if I go for sure. I'm going to record Gorillaz are going to be there, Metallica, The Who, Action Bronson, so many good names, right? So, like, I'm way more excited about that stuff than I am about some girl in my life who I've kind of on and off seen and met on Tinder. So it's just like, all right, these weird things kind of threw me in a loop, and I think I got sick because all this stuff was sort of bubbling up in my life, because all this stuff sort of was coming up. Like okay, so I helped that moving company, and then like the following week was when I started messaging this guy and being like, dude, where's the money and all this stuff. And so that whole week was like full of that crap. And then I think the week before actually was when this girl, she told me, I don't want to say her name, but she told me that she was seeing that guy. Like, I knew she's been seeing him for weeks now, for like almost a month, I think. She told me when he first messaged her and was like, oh, this guy from my past messaged me. I think I might talk to him. And that was like the moment I knew. I was like, she's going to go hang out with him and she's not going to be around anymore. I was like, all right, that's fine. That's, I don't care. She can do whatever she wants. And I'm moving into a new apartment. My life's about to take off. That's fine. I don't need it. But it just was like, she started coming around again. So I was like, okay, I'll text you. And, but then she just drops this. And so I was like, what the fuck? But anyway, I think because I knew that in the back of my mind that she was going to go away, and because I had this stuff going on with the moving company guy, and because I was like working out and work has been insanely busy, and I just moved into a new place, and I'm trying to plan all these trips, and it's like, you name it. And so I was doing all this stuff at once, and for some reason, because I'm crazy, I thought last week I was like, oh, I should put something on my schedule this weekend to do for fun. I should do something like take a cooking class. Yeah, that'll be great, a 3-hour cooking class, and go hang out with a bunch of people and drink a bunch of wine and cook a bunch of food I've never had before. I went and did that, and it was freaking awesome. I'm not going to lie. I don't regret going to that cooking class. It was great. But I drank too much of the wine. Like I mentioned in my other video. I was an idiot, and I got drunk. And I think that just set it off, right? Like, all this stuff was pressuring up. All this stuff was bubbling up in me from just my life, my lifestyle. And then I went and got drunk and just like, it just, just overrided my immune system, dehydrated myself, exhausted my body. And then I got really sick, and was like, couldn't barely move, could barely talk. You guys saw those videos. I uploaded those videos of me when I was sick. I was terrible, and like, it's still affecting me. It's a lot less bad. It's subsided substantially. I like my S words. I like saying things with S's in them because I can make them draw out. I can say yes. I don't even know why I do that. I think that's something I've always done since I was a kid. It's probably just because of the way I talk. Who knows? Anyway, I just went down a rabbit hole. So yeah, that stuff's been going on in my life. And that's some bullshit. That stuff's going to be gone soon because I'm going to take care of it and then get back to focusing on my career, my personal projects, my travel plans. I got too much good shit going to let any of this stupid stuff get me down, you know? That's the whole message of this entire video here is that I got too much good shit going to let two stupid little events get me down. And they did get me down for a little while. I think that's only natural. It would have been kind of strange if I didn't let these affect me at all. But I'm coming out of it now. I'm coming out of it. And it's like the Chumbawamba song, you know? I get knocked down, but I get up again, 'cause you're never gonna get me down. I get knocked down, and I get up again, 'cause you're never gonna... As I'm crazy. Yeah. This will be fun to upload to the internet. Can't wait to see what all two people who view this are going to comment about it. I know who's going to see this. Justin and maybe Mikey, maybe. Anyway, you guys, this video is for you. You guys, my bros. Oh, there's the camera. That's right. I did that last time too. You guys, my bros. I love you, bros. We got each other's backs, you know. We're out here. We out here living life. Being young 20-year-olds going through our tragic 20s, sharing stories with each other. That's what this is all about. That's what this is all about. And that's a wrap. See ya. Sit down. Be humble.